Hey guys, welcome back to Tamarack's Treehouse. Got another adventure here that I ran. I don't steal everything from Todd Putnam's creative tabletop designs, but this one is the second one that I did steal because I thought it was just an amazing, awesome adventure, and it really utilized some of the cool pieces of terrain that we've collected through the years. So here we've got an adventure where the party meets up with some villagers that are asking for protection through the mountain pass because they were summoned by their god to a place called the Spark, which is at the peak of the mountain. And here they are being drawn to what they believe is their god, but it turns out to be a fire elemental dragon. And ultimately, once the party decides to bring them along and escort them, when they get here, they become charmed, and they cannot break out of the charm spell. They wind up walking themselves into the molten lava and start to burn. As they are burning to a crisp, the dragon will swoop down and eat them. So ultimately, the dragon's goal here is to bring villagers to him, cook them, and then eat them. It's a lazy way of being a dragon, but it's efficient and it works. They believe they are serving their god, but really they are walking to their imminent doom. One of the villagers is suspicious of this and did ask the party to see if they can help them. So when the party comes, the dragon sees them and they are forced into combat to either try to save the villagers or try to save themselves, because if they try to leave, the dragon will not let them. So this adventure was a really fun adventure. The table top design was amazing. We've got a lot of the fire hellscape terrain from Dwarven Forge. We've got some mixed in 3D printed objects. It gave a really cool effect with the different color lighting, turning it with that orange fiery color. We've got some effects going where we've got some ripple lights, and we've got, you can't really see it right now because it's out of water, but the volcano mists, right? We've got a nice projector screen going of hellfire spawning in the background. This combat was pretty epic. Almost took out 3 of my players, but they got really creative and were able to save each other. And then the last effect, which the party seemed to really enjoy, was I do have below a fog machine, which is where you can see all of the fog coming out. The dog doesn't seem to like it. She may bark. But ultimately, as the players were sitting there, the smoke and the fire, the brimstone, the sulfuric smell all emanated out of the terrain while they were playing the game. It was unexpected, and it was a really epic moment. So just wanted to give this encounter on a smaller tabletop than what Todd Putnam had. Again, because I have a much smaller space than he has. But we're using the mountains from the Game of Thrones scenery. You can usually get these for about $30-$40 on eBay. I think they're getting a little harder to find now. And the simple fog machine underneath the table, which poured the fog out from under the table, they really seem to enjoy that. Just make sure that if you decide to use effects like this, that the party's okay with that type of stuff, so you don't have somebody with like an asthma attack or whatever. I was a little worried about that, but it turned out pretty epic. So anyway, this was a really great adventure. I wanted to thank Todd Michael Putnam, for coming up with the idea and allowing us less creative people to be able to adapt it and modify it our own way. And I wanted to just kind of show the representation of what it's like on a smaller scale, using some basic 3D prints, some hellfire from or hellscapes from Dwarven Forge, some 3D printed tabletop stuff as well, and of course just 3 of the Game of Thrones sceneries that I've painted up to look like mountaintop. Underside, if you wanted to take a look at Todd Michael Putnam's videos, he does show how he gets the terrain to stack up against the pillars here. Ultimately, it's just stackable, clear, I think they're 16-ounce glasses. But again, thanks everybody for visiting. Hope this sparked some adventure ideas. Again, take a look at Todd Michael Putnam's creative tabletop designs. Really awesome stuff there. He's really open about letting you use his adventure designs and make them fit within your world and your campaign. So I promise I won't be stealing all of his stuff, but they are really that good. And going forward, now the party is basically looting treasure. They will end this session. They will end their time here at the Spark and venture off to the next town known as Sooth Tannen. Thanks everybody. Have a great day, and as always, let your creative juices flow.